Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You are safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others.
Hi everyone, and today I'll be talking about Hellblade: Senua Sacrifice. Hellblade came out in August of 2017 for Xbox and PlayStation. The game was developed by Ninja Theory based in Cambridge, UK. Hellblade dives into a fictional Viking world based on Norse mythology, and it follows a young woman named Senua. Senua suffers from nightmares that are caused by psychosis, which shapes the world around her. Senua must travel to Helheim, which is the Norse mythology portrayal of hell. Senua's goal is to free her lover's soul Dillion in Helheim. Senua must pass trials in Helheim to save Dillion from Hel, the goddess of death. Senua's world is constructed by her psychosis, and Hellblade immerses players in the mind of an individual living with psychosis through groundbreaking sound design accompanied by the mythological Norse history. The library board should include Hellblade because it teaches gamers to understand psychosis through sound design with the unique use of Norse mythology.
What's your name?
Senua.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice immerses the gamer in a hellish landscape. When Senua enters Helheim, she is greeted with a macabre atmosphere and a land full of the dead. The landscape is truly horrifying, with bodies hanging, and this is accompanied by a lonely atmosphere. The use of 3D binaural audio in Hellblade creates an immersive atmosphere for the player. Using binaural 3D audio microphones, Ninja Theory was able to produce an experience of directional auditory hallucinations. The binaural audio gives the gamer a sense of being in the game and feeling as if they were Senua. As the gamer sees the world through Senua's eyes, they are also accompanied by her thoughts. The thoughts in Senua's mind are linked to her voice hearing. Voice hearing is a symptom of psychosis, as well as Senua's grappling with hallucinations throughout the game. The voice in Senua's mind tell her that she is not good enough or she is making the wrong choices. The voices are present throughout the game, giving advice, questioning the player's decisions, and doubting players' abilities. Throughout Senua's journey, the player is subject to Senua's psychosis, making it feel as the player is in Senua's mind. The importance of 3D audio is that it replicates the same way humans perceive the world around them. What makes the game special is that the binaural audio is an educational tool to teach people what it is like to have psychosis. The game changes gamers' perspectives of mental illness, giving them a new understanding. The game enlightens gamers and tries to get rid of the stigmatization of mental illness by building empathy. Hellblade is an important game with the basis of heavy research to make it an educational and immersive experience.
She needs to look closer.
The core inspiration for Hellblade is the historical and Norse mythological influence. Senua's name is important to the foundation of the game. The name came from a Celtic goddess. In Hellblade, this starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwood, Hertfordshire. Another historical inspiration for Senua was the story of Boudica. Boudica was the queen of the Insi tribe in the British Isles, and her tribe was raided by the Roman Empire. This raid story is like Senua's story and how her village was raided by the Northmen. Senua is a Celtic warrior, however she is covered in blue paint, attributed to the Picts, a Scottish group of people who lived around the 9th century. The Picts lived on Orkney Island in the game, and this is credited with being Senua's home. What happened to the Picts is not widely known, but it is likely that the Vikings wiped them out. The Vikings started arriving on Orkney from Norway in the late 8th century and found the island so much to their liking that they stayed there for 500 years. Along with historical context, there are mythological influences in the game. The Norse mythology influence cannot be overstated, but the usage of ruins and stories and characters based on the Prose Edda is evident in gameplay. The Prose Edda is an account of the Norse mythology from the creation of the world to Ragnarok, the end of the world. A lot of Prose Edda stories are recited by the player through ruins. Senua comes across these ruins, and Druth, her mentor, recites the stories of the Pro Eddas to Senua through these ruins. The antagonists in Hellblade, there are few, Hell and Surtur just being two-dimension, and the darkness, which will be discussed later. Surtur is one of the first bosses Senua faces, the greatest of all fire giants, and the guardian of Muspel and Niflheim. The fight between Surtur and Senua is accompanied by the fire and intense soundtrack for immersion. The Norse mythology in Hellblade serves as inspiration for the immersive world of Hellblade. Finally, Senua's psychosis is called the Darkness, and it follows Senua throughout the game. Dillian accepted Senua's psychosis, and he loved her in spite of the illness. Senua grapples with her darkness, but in the end what she learns is that she must accept herself. The stigmatization of mental illness in culture has made it so that illness is a problem instead of something that makes a person who they are. Senua's journey ends when she finally accepts that her condition is not a curse, but who she is. In Hellblade, Senua's sacrifice has brought the condition of psychosis to light with the use of 3D binaural audio. The game is not just a game, but an educational, eye-opening lesson to give into the world. The game has used historical context to form a powerful character based on history and Norse mythology. The game teaches that conditions like Senua's psychosis are not flaws, but a part of who she is. The game teaches to build empathy for those who have mental illness, and everyone has a part of them that is different, but instead of viewing them as differences, people should view them as gifts that brings inner creativity to the world. Therefore, this is why the library board should buy Hellblade.